We've got a tremendous week of racing ahead with the Welcome to Yorkshire Ebor Festival, and the Winners' Enclosure cameras have headed to local trainer David O'Mara's Willow Farm base just on the outskirts of York for a chat about his team and some big contenders in the week ahead. Dave, lots of preparations going into it, final touches put to the horses now. Looking forward to the week?
We are, yeah. We took a bunch of them away for a piece of work yesterday, and some of the runners later on in the week, the Saturday runners, will go away and work on Monday. So we've got a few going, hopefully a few chances. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Those Saturday runners will include horses that could line up in the Ebor, of course. Eagles by Day, who's pretty much one of your star horses alongside Lord Glitters. Yeah. He's had an interrupted campaign. What did you make of his return to action at Goodwood?
I thought it was okay. We were keen to get a run into him ahead of the Ebor. That's the sort of race we have in mind for him. So he'd been off a long time with a splint, sort of a sore bony growth on the outside of a front leg, which is more irritating than catastrophic. And because he'd been off for so long, we needed a bit of match practice. So we took him to Goodwood. On ground it was unsuitable, on a trip that probably was a little bit short for him, but he ran fine enough. He ran okay.
And that'll have brought him forward, and we know last year if we got back to the form of that John Smith Silver Cup win, that would give him a real chance, wouldn't it?
Course and distance, he looked really well. It was his best run for me last year, so pretty hopeful, yeah.
Yeah, another horse that could line up, depending on whether or not she gets in, is Macawy. Now she's got an engagement tomorrow, Saturday afternoon, which if she went there and won, that penalty would probably get her in. Equally, you might just decide to take the chance and wait. So there's a few decisions to make with her, but how is she?
She seems fine, a good solid filly. Been contesting some group and listed races recently, ran behind Wonderful tonight at Goodwood, ran okay. She's in the fillies handicap tomorrow, Camera Waters, and obviously the Ebor worth all that money. You know, we'd go straight there if we thought we'd get in.
Let's have a look at one or two of the other runners during the course of the week. We start with the Sprint Handicap, in which it's hard to know exactly what you'll be represented by, if anything. But you've got a few chances with the likes of Masika, who won twice at the track last year, and Soul Seeker, who's been a great horse this time around for his owners. Yeah,
Soul Seeker's won 4. He won at York last time out, the Jump Jockeys in Nunthorpe. So he likes fast ground. 5 furlong seems to suit fine. Masika's a horse that can blow in and out of form. Like I say, like you said, won twice at the track last year. So if he runs like he can do, if he shows his best, he'd be competitive. He's in the Great St Wilfred on Saturday, but he's backed up quick before.
Yeah, won't bother those sprinters. They can take it fast, can't they?
Yeah, they can, yeah.
Looking at other chances on that opening day, Eagle Court, I thought he showed a little bit more at the track last time out. You took a bit of an experiment in stepping him up in trip, and he looked like he was back in good order.
We did. We experimented with a new trip, and he ran fine with it. He wouldn't mind the ground if it came up a little bit slower. He'll run on good ground anyway, but he's a horse that we haven't won with yet this year. He's quite promising last year, and it won't be long before he's back winning.
It could be one for the autumn as the ground gets quite soft, perhaps. Yeah. What about Getty, who's a recent import from France? You've obviously done very well with horses that you've brought over from France in the past, and he looks a nice horse. Yeah,
it would be a quick enough turnaround now from buying him to running him. Sometimes these French horses take a little bit of time to settle in, but he's got good high-class form in France.
Fillies Handicap, 0 to 100 is the grade on this one on the second day, on the first day of the meeting, closes the card out. Norban has got form at the track in the past, including a good second there last time.
She was second last time to one of Brian Smart's, and she was second also earlier on in the year to Michael Dodd's horse. So her 2 best runs this year probably have come at York, so handles the track grand. She's had a little bit of a freshen up since her last run, so hopefully she goes there in good form.
On Wednesday, the big handicap of the day is the Clipper Logistics Handicap. Again, you could have 1 or 2 chances in it. The likes of Escobar and Orban, who both ran very well in the Golden Mile down at Goodwood.
They did. It's a race we've won before. We often throw plenty of darts at it. This year, we'll have maybe 2, possibly 3 runners. Escobar, high quality horses, been second in the Balmoral, won the Balmoral, 3rd in the Golden Mile, and actually ran well the Lennox as well in the same week at Goodwood. So Escobar will run. Orban, who likes a little bit of juice in the ground, will run hopefully as well. And a new horse we bought from France called Tamani, he might debut for us in that race as well.
So a few chances in that. A couple of chances in the fillies handicap on the same day as well, I thought, with the likes of Improvised, and could Agincourt take a chance there as well?
Yeah, Agincourt won that race before, I think only narrowly. And Improvised is a young improving filly. She's won her last 3. She'll run if she gets in. She'll be right down the bottom of the weights. Agincourt will go there. Hopefully she gets a bit of nice ground. She wouldn't want it too soft.
Got to mention Lord Glitters, obviously. A chance that the old star turns up and does his stuff once again on the Knersmire. He's going to have an entry in the Strensel, and you must have been delighted with his run at Royal Ascot.
I was, yeah. It was a hell of a run. You know, he was only 2.5 lengths behind Palace Pier. So we've kept him fresh with this race in mind. He's won it before, the Strensel. The trip suits him ideally. He's won over 9 furlongs twice in Dubai during the winter. So, you know, while the mile at Ascot suits him grand, it's a nice stiff mile. When we get to York, just an extra furlong or so is of great help to him.
Would he want them to go a good gallop ahead of him?
Yeah, he's a horse that likes a good pace to aim at. So, you know, everybody sort of knows what he likes now. We take our time, and he can finish off very well, you know.
High class horse, he's getting towards the end of his career. An improving horse at the other end of his is Charging Thunder.
Yeah.
He won well last time out. Are you thinking about a tilt at something like the Melrose?
Yeah, we are, yeah. It would be another step up in trip, but he improved from 10 to 12 furlongs, and I see no reason why he won't improve again. He's a brother of Mackawee and Prince of Arran, who both stay very well. He's a war command, so I suspect nice, quickish ground would be best for him. But he's definitely improving. He's a lovely horse.
And one more horse to mention that you'll send to York next week potentially is Nomadic Empire, who ran very well behind a pretty useful 3-year-old sprinter, Bedford Flyer, at the track earlier on in the season. He hasn't matched that form since, but
no.
Would you hope that he can? Yeah,
disappointed at Goodwood. I don't know why. Maybe the slower ground. He seems in good form, so back to York and hope he springs back to life a bit.
Best chance of the week, Dave? Terrible question, I know, but...
Best chance of the week.
They'll just take a winner.
Eagles by day each way in the Ebor.
Eagles by day each way in the Ebor. Well, good luck. Hopefully there's 1 or 2 winners during the course of the week, and
fingers crossed.
There's another successful Ebor Festival.
Fingers crossed, yeah.